I'm out here in Daveville. Came out to see the monument to Red Eagle. Right here on the side of the road. Don't know how long this has been here, but it's right on the side of the road by somebody's house.
Hunter Madison breeder. Red Eagle Red Hero in Alabama was at wilderness.
Red Eagle was at Horseshoe Bend, the Battle of Holy Ground, over close to Selma, Alabama. And I think he's buried at Fort Mims down in South Alabama is where he's buried. But he was here for the Horseshoe Bend and he survived. He was injured and surrendered to Andrew Jackson just a few weeks later. In that treaty. He was the guy that jumped off the escaping at the Holy Ground. Him and his horse jumped off a 50-foot cliff into the river.
I wonder if there's a movie about Red Eagle. I'm sure.
Probably. Yes. Red Eagle is a pretty fascinating character. I'm going to actually do a little bit more research on him and do a whole bunch more videos on him, I think. But the Creek Indians, when the white settlers were invading on their territory, the Creek Indians had kind of had a separation of how they should be dealing with the white settlers, and the White Sticks or the lower creeks versus the Red Sticks or the upper creeks. The White Sticks believed that it was better to get along with the white settlers and just try to get along and not cause any trouble. The Red Sticks felt like they should take their land back through force. So there was a big split in the Creek Nation, and Red Eagle was picked to lead the upper creeks or the Red Sticks in fighting for their territory back. He was involved in several battles. I know he was at the Battle of Holy Ground near Selma, Alabama, where he escaped by jumping off the cliff, off a 50-foot cliff into the river with his horse. It's a pretty famous incident, but it was said to that when he got across the river, even the military that was chasing him cheered for him because they were impressed with his bravery. He also led the Red Sticks in the final battle, in the Battle of Horseshoe Bend. That's where there was about 1,000 Red Sticks, and Andrew Jackson brought his Tennessee militia in to take out the Red Sticks, and it was pretty much a massacre. I think there was 1,000 Red Sticks at Horseshoe Bend, and around 900 were killed. Red Eagle himself was injured in the battle, but escaped. It was only about 50 of Andrew Jackson's Tennessee militia that was killed at that battle. Shortly after the Battle of Horseshoe Bend, Red Eagle went to Fort Jackson, which is close to Wetumpka, Alabama, to surrender to Andrew Jackson. He signed the treaty, which gave a lot of the Creek Indian land to the United States, which is mainly consists of current-day Alabama. This is the famous depiction of Red Eagle surrendering to Andrew Jackson at Fort Jackson. So this little monument here in Daveville, right outside of Daveville, which is about 6 miles as a crow flies to Horseshoe Bend. I don't know how it became to be here or who put it there, but I think it's a pretty cool thing to be sitting there. It's probably been there a long time. So anyway, it's kind of cool just to have this little marker. It's in somebody's yard, and they've made it pretty easy where you could stop in and kind of see it there on the side of the road. They got a little indention in the fence, which is pretty cool, I think. So the little plaque below the monument here reads, William Weatherford, Red Eagle, 1781 to 1824. I come to beg you to send for the women and children of the Red Sticks who are now starving in the woods. The fields and crypts have been burned by your people who have driven them to the woods without an ear of corn. The Red Sticks are nearly all killed. My warriors can no longer hear my voice. Their bodies are at Talladega, Talashuchi, Imofa, and Tohopeka. So did Red Eagle, war chieftain of the Red Sticks Creeks, bravely speak to General Andrew Jackson in surrender. Red Eagle begged proudly, not for his life, but for the victims of the bloody war. Suffering, hunger, the widows and orphans of the Red Sticks slain in battle with white armies. Jackson, or Old Hickory, was stirred by the courage of the chief and moved by his care and sacrifice for his people. Jackson shouted to soldiers who wished to kill Red Eagle, any man who would kill as brave a man as this would rob the dead. Hunter of venison, breeder of horseflesh, Red Eagle, tread here where Alabama was yet wilderness. So anyway, cool little monument to Red Eagle, fascinating person. And I'm going to do some more research and some more videos about him because he did a lot of stuff real close to where I live now. I may come out and try to fix this plaque that's fell down. Maybe nobody will get mad if I screw it back up so it can be preserved for the future. Anyway, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.